How do we reduce carbon? We use wedges.
What is a wedge?
A possible way to stabilize the carbon emissions. Multiple wedges are required to create a possible solution.
Our wedge.
Forest for storage.
We would plant trees and slow down deforestation so that the trees can take carbon dioxide out of the air via photosynthesis. We chose forest storage because it is relatively inexpensive and it is a green solution, but it does require a large amount of land.
Wind hydrogen.
Wind hydrogen is where energy from windmills is used to separate the hydrogen molecules from the oxygen molecules in water. We chose wind hydrogen because hydrogen's product when burned is water, which is better than products from gasoline, but hydrogen is very expensive and extremely explosive.
Wind electricity! Wind electricity takes energy from the wind and turns it into an energy source that can be used. We chose this because wind is a renewable resource, does not pollute, and gives 10 times more electricity than current sources of energy. However, it is somewhat expensive and needs lots of land.
CCS synfuels. CCS synfuels are synthetic liquid fuels created by biomass, coal, and other materials with a carbon capture system, or CCS, to capture emissions. It is beneficial because it allows for a significant reduction in emissions. However, it can be very costly.
Efficiency electricity. Efficiency electricity is what it sounds like, making electricity more efficient. We chose this because it will use a lot less energy and increase efficiency by 60%, but it can be costly and still produces CO2.
Is everyone happy?
The environmental groups will be thrilled with our wedge because we chose a number of green options.
Industrialized governments will be satisfied with our wedge because we will be creating ways to lower pollution created by industry and allow them to continue to work the way they always have.
Manufacturers and energy companies will be indifferent to our wedge because it does not affect them in positive or negative ways.
Taxpayers in developing countries will not be too thrilled with our wedge design because a number of our choices are costly and will force taxpayers to pay more, and developing countries may not be able to afford the changes.
The farmers are contemptuous with our wedge design because most of our choices require a lot of land, which is taking land away from their farms. What we learned. We learned that there is no infallible solution. Someone is always going to be displeased with a possible solution. Compromise is difficult. There was much debating and arguments during the group discussion over what to do with the wedges. We also learned a number of alternate ways to reduce the amount of carbon in the atmosphere.